I don't know if there's gonna be an end to this. My friend with 5 years of experience as a mechanical engineer just got laid off, and he still made less money than my friend who works as a construction worker for a year and a half. And the job market is just getting worse and worse.
Bloomberg is reporting that multiple US companies are announcing mass layoffs, and these others are expected to do the same in what's quickly becoming one of the largest countrywide job cuts in recent history. In the latest sign that major changes are coming for the United States economy, employers across nearly every sector, from tech to healthcare, have announced layoffs totaling in the tens of thousands, with some companies citing efficiency gained from AI as the main reason. It's likely most are conducting the cuts as purely a money-saving measure intended to quickly boost the company's stock price. And
that's all they care. All they care about is the shareholders. All they care about is boosting the stock price, which, again, I can see how it might help with the AIs. A lot of the code that I've seen that's written from AI, a lot of it is just horrible, just garbage, and it might take decades for all of the code, maybe more, maybe centuries, for all of that AI generated code to somehow be fixed. And it's never gonna get freaking fixed, okay? And I really don't know if this is a good long-term plan, or it's just a nice short-term money grab plan where, you know, shareholders are happy, the stock price is gonna go up. But I don't know if it's gonna be this glamorous in the far future.
I got laid off today. After I moved here for only 4 weeks, I got laid off.
I'm getting laid off. I am 99% sure. My company has been going through layoffs every month, pretty much. Not really, but like a lot. Last month was the last round. And it's been rumored. And yesterday I kept seeing a ton of stuff on Blind App where people were saying it's going to be bigger than we've ever seen. There's a 15-minute calendar meeting on my calendar right now. So for the next 6 minutes, I'm sweating bullets. I will be back to let you guys know. Did I get laid off?
50 minutes.
If you've ever seen my face before, you know this is ridiculous. Like, do you think this is the final round where I'm axed? So stay tuned.
Holy shit, Ayo, I remember, like, my grandfather used to work at a pretty big, now it collapsed, the whole company collapsed, but back then it was one of the biggest in the country. It was a company in the agriculture industry, something related to that, and he worked there for like 30 years. He bought a house, 401k, great, everything right, maxed out, plus he had 3 kids, and lo and behold, he never had financial problems. And a lot of us these days, like, I am starting YouTube because I have fun making these videos, but one day I might make some money from this. And it's, you know, for somebody who lives in a very poor region of the world, even a little bit of money helps out, right? But the way stuff is going right now, I would never feel comfortable in my life by just relying on one job.
The jobs report was released today, and the U.S. labor market is frozen. So I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, everybody knows that the labor market is weak, but then again...
Yeah, I as far as I know, as somebody can correct me in the comments, as far as I know, in 2025, there was less available jobs in the U.S. compared to 2024. I don't know if this is happening for the first time in decades or not, but if this is happening in the U.S., this is impacting all of the Canada, Europe, everywhere, right? It's fucking bad.
It's not collapsing, and of course it's not booming. But we're in a situation right now, at least for December, that was reported on, that the hirings and the layoffs are slowing down, both of them. I want to show you this chart showing the monthly jobs added or lost for the past few years. And as you can clearly see, it's a downward trend. The U.S. labor market has been weakening, which is what I was saying. The Federal Reserve has been cutting interest rates. And just take a look at where we are today. 50,000 jobs added, right? But I do want to point this out, because I told you this last time that this would happen, and I know that many people agreed and they knew that this was coming. The government previously reported that we lost 105,000 jobs in October, okay? Now they revised it downward to job losses of 173,000 for October.
So this is the lowest ever since 2022. I'm guessing 2020 is probably low as well, 2021 because of COVID. But my God, In COVID, people were hiring so much, especially in tech and a lot of other different industries. Everybody was just hiring. Tech was booming and a lot of other industries. Everybody was hiring just because like money was everywhere. Everybody was, if you just know the basics, just a little bit of information, you're hired. And now, because of inflation, because of all the negative impacts after COVID, because of all of the overhiring, like a few years ago, like 5 years ago, now this is, everybody was expecting this. A lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my family members even told me about this. They told me, hey, listen, you think this is bad right now? In like 2021, 2020, in the middle of this pandemic? Trust me, the worst is just coming. And 18-year-old, 19-year-old me was just, fuck. And here we are, now I'm 24, and everybody's struggling, even people with master's degrees, even people with a lot of a lot of years of experience in a certain field. Everybody's fucking struggling. And my local gardener, who like fixes up the gardens for the whole neighborhood, this guy's making more money than my accountant friend. It's insane.
If you're a new grad and you're looking for a job, you are facing the worst job market for people who recently graduated in almost 10 years. Right now, the unemployment rate for people who recently graduated has hit an almost 10-year high. So if you've been looking and you've been having trouble, know that it is not you. And ignore all of those people who are saying that it's somehow having to do with your effort. It's not that at all.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
And you can literally see it right here in the unemployment rate for new grads. The fact that things haven't been this bad in almost 10 years says a lot. Companies aren't hiring, and they are particularly not hiring when it comes to those entry-level positions. Many of them feel that they might as well let AI take a crack at the work as opposed to letting the next generation come in and start to gain professional experience so that they can get better and better for the more advanced jobs to come.
Yeah, I hate it. I haven't been told this much about this topic. Few of my older family members have told me this, but I just see a lot of people complaining about this online, and a few of my friends and relatives complaining to me online. They just keep telling us, just work harder, just try your best, just do this. Hey, I mean, hey, that was rewarded, you know, back in the 20th century. Yeah, I agree, that shit worked. Now, it's much more about luck, and it's much less about working hard. Now, of course, working hard is going to be rewarded, especially if you're working hard on some business venture, on something you want to build on your own. But at the same time, like, you can try your best. But if you're 18 these days in 2026, you're just going to college or trying to enter in some kind of a, you know, more specialized job field. It's just, all the odds are working against you. And all of these companies trying to just employ AIs for the junior positions, well, what's going to happen when all the seniors are going to eventually, you know, retire or die? You can put the retirement age at fucking 80 if you want to, and just never let anybody fucking retire, you know? Then if most people are without jobs, who's going to be buying the products and the services? I don't know. Are we heading to a dystopian society? Like, what's happening?
Nothing humbled me more in life than getting laid off.
Yeah.
100%. I even started a new job after getting laid off. And I have all of these residual fears of, oh no, if I do this, I'm going to get fired. What if I get fired? Like, I have a constant fear of getting fired.
Yeah.
It's more of like a pride and ego thing. And I hate to admit that because I never thought that I had one until I got laid off. But man, my whole identity has been shaped around my career. And so when I was laid off, it was this like, oh my gosh, what do I talk about? Because all I talked about before was, yeah, this is how work went, and this is the project I was working on, and so boring. I mean, wow, what a party pooper. But, I mean, it taught me so much, too, about life.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is a bubble, and it eventually should fucking pop, okay? Just like the AI bubble. It eventually will pop by the way it's going right now, because there's not that many new stuff coming out in AI than there is money pouring in. And even Sam Altman these days even said, like a few days ago, said they're adding ads to the AI, to ChatGPT, because they are in a very, very negative financial fucking situation. And it's like, they have no way to make money out of this. Everybody is this AI race trying to just use AIs for everything, chatbots, right? Everybody is hyped around this. There's less people having jobs right now because of that. Plus, if a new breakthrough doesn't happen with AI and the bubble collapses, and there's like, it's gonna be much worse than the dot-com bubble as far as I've heard from the smarter people than me that I've watched online, right? It's gonna get even worse. And I don't know what are we gonna just start having our own private farms? Nobody has enough money to buy a plot of fucking land, and not let alone just use that land to grow crops on, okay? And most Gen Zers and even millennials, they can get up to go to the gym. Yeah, and I'm saying here they're gonna be growing crops. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't see anything going in the right direction with how it's going right now.
Let me hold your hand while I say this. Nobody is safe from layoffs. If you work for a large corporation, at some point, you may be on the list. I know people who have been promoted January 1st, laid off January 15th. I know people who have given their heart and soul for many, many years, have gotten laid off. So if you take nothing from what I say, take this. Make sure you have other income options and start today.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I agree with her, but other income options come to a lot of stuff like being lucky, having more skills, or having a skill that you can use for freelancing. And also, it takes up more time. And a lot of people, you know, they are in a lot of debt because of college. They want to get a fucking job and finally live a normal life and, you know, enjoy life with their husband or wife and have kids. And a lot of them even have kids. How are you going to tell these people, you know what? Find more sources of income.
Work friends aren't your real friends. The day I got laid off, I had 47 work friends. 3 months later, I heard from 2 of them. Here's what work friendships actually are. For 12 years, we had lunch together every day, complaining about...
but that happens because you were forced to. They were your friends. They were just your colleagues that hang out with you because they don't have anything else better to do. And now that you're fired, they don't want to get risked, or they don't want to risk it to get fired as well. So they say, okay, fuck it. Now they're in a much worse position. I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean?
Management every day. Celebrated birthdays, shared personal problems, went to happy hours. I thought these were my friends, real friends. Then I got laid off. The day it happened, sympathy texts, so sorry, let's stay in touch. We should get coffee. Week 1, a few check-ins. How are you doing? Hang in there. Week 2, silence. Month 1, I reached out. Want to grab lunch? I'm so busy. Let's find a time. We never do. Month 2, I see the Instagram posts. They're at happy hour without me. Month 3, I stopped trying. Here's what I learned. Work friends are friends of convenience. You're friends because you're both stuck in the same place at the same time. You bond over shared misery, shared goals, and shared schedules.
Just like the communism example.
Anymore, you're not part of the shared experience. So you become a reminder of what could happen to...
I mean, this is a whole other topic. Yeah, a lot of friendships these days when it comes to, you know, you guys meeting your friends from a job, or meeting your friends because of a business venture you guys are together in, or just similar businesses that you can work together. It's just transactional. That's it. Or in this case, it's just because of convenience. There's rarely ever people that are actually real friends, especially the older you get. If you can get, I have one friend that I got from one job I had while I was in college. I'm still friends with him. But those are rare fucking people, okay? That's a whole other topic. Either way, like, we're seeing even older generations, like this lady, like, she looked like she was in her 50s, like, right? Like, even they are getting fired. And imagine in, like, very high positions, like, positions like doctors, like, I don't know, engineers, whatever, right? A lot of these people with, like, 10 years or 20 years of experience suddenly getting laid off. How do you, as a young person like me, have any fucking, like, hope that you would get somehow a job as somebody with a few years of experience or no experience, just graduating, okay? just fix people's toilets. I don't know what else to say. Just go around, fix people's toilets. You're gonna make more money, and fix people's sinks. You're just gonna make more money. That's the sad reality. And the other side of all of that is nobody wants to work those jobs. They just don't look. They just don't look, and don't sound as sexy. But they'll pay the bills way more, and they are way. Well, you don't have to be employed. You just gotta market yourself and help the people in your community with all that problems. But yeah, that's about it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Have a nice day.